¿Qué hubo, internet? It's your favorite hottest canatia, Avis Cannabis. Welcome to the first official episode of Fit Coochie Fridays. This is my Yoni egg. I'm here to put the queens on game. So if you got a coochie, this content is for you. And if you don't, respectfully stay and learn or fucking scroll, my guys. Okay, let's talk about this huevito now. Jade Yoni eggs are natural healing crystals. They're used to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, clear any stored trauma in your sacred womb space, increase your energy levels, your confidence, and so much more. Now, no se me vayan, especially if you sneeze, cough, lift, and sprinkle. Mamacita, this is for you. This is what got me intrigued into picking up a Yoni egg in the first place back in 2020. You know, I noticed that I was sprinkling a little bit more every time I coughed or I sneezed, and I didn't like that. So my friend Akari, who's also a holistic healer, introduced me to this huevito, and I got instant results. When I say instant, like within the first 2 weeks, I noticed, after I was using this huevito regularly 2-3 times a week, I noticed that I was no longer sprinkling so much every time I coughed and I sneezed. So I got really, really committed. And don't worry, in another video, I'm going to show you everything about inserting and gently adding weights. So if you notice in the beginning of the video, the huevito has a little hole at the top, a drilled hole. That's where I stick a floss through it. And then to that floss, I tied this calcetin that you're seeing in the video, and I threw in a little opalite egg for weight. But don't do any of this if you've never picked up a Yoni egg before. Don't go shoving things inside and adding weights and doing crazy things like that. By the way, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, so that you don't miss any future Fit Coochie Friday episodes. Now back to what causes the weakening of the pelvic floor muscles. I think for me, it was definitely a combination of anxiety, deep stored trauma in my womb space, and probably forgetting to pee all the time thanks to my ADHD. Sadly, my sacred womb space started accumulating trauma at 4 years old from unwanted touch. I started getting molested by a family member for a few years. I carried fear, I carried shame inside of me for a long time. And even though my first time having intercourse was consensual, that partner was not kind. Many times in that relationship, as well as my next, I used sex as a currency. Culturally as women, we're taught that sex is for procreation, it's to please a man. So that's for me what sex was around, pleasing my partners. And I struggled to vocalize what I liked, what I didn't like, how to not hurt my partner's feelings. So in summary, I had to ask my coochie for forgiveness for all that little D energy I allowed her to take in all these years. This is why I love plant medicine, by the way. It's not required. You don't have to do plant medicine to do this kind of a practice. But for me, it helps me, quiet the mind and connect my heart space to my sacred yoni space, to my mind, get my third eye open, and to really dive into this practice. So for you, that might be a simple chamomile tea, maybe some lavender incense, put some candles, whatever it takes to get you into the right headspace to just relax and love on yourself and nurture yourself. And girl, look at my smile. Do y'all see me laughing? The kind of joy that exudes out of my pores when I do this. So when I tell you that you're gonna wake up the power within, trust me, you're gonna wake up the power within. So as I'm squatting and contracting and breathing through these exercises, the huevito in there is hitting all the pressure points. So your vagina has a lot of pressure points. I didn't discover any of this until I left my marriage, my relationship. So trust me, all of the power is inside of your yoni. And I want you to wake up that power and, use that life force energy and transmute it into the other areas of your life so that together we can all manifest the life that we deserve. Because baby girl, we are worthy and deserving of so much more. So I have been doing this now I've been using my huevito since 2020. I started adding weights to the calcetin back in December of 2023. And little by little, I've been adding stones. I'm lifting a little bit over half a pound right now. The world's strongest vagina. This Russian homegirl, Tatiana, I'll post her name, but she lifts a little bit over 38 pounds. So one day I aspire to lift 50 pounds. And I'm just so excited that I get to share this journey with you. A lot of you guys probably have been laughing at me this whole time, but some of you are gonna pick up a huevito and start to awaken the power within. So thank you so much for watching. I really love and appreciate you all. Stay tuned because I'm gonna give more content on exactly how to pick up this practice and how to add it to your life. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Deuces.